Okay, I want to begin by saying thanks for purchasing one of my wood kits, and in this video I'm going to show you how I think is the easiest way to put together the eagle. And so I have everything popped out. It's really just a little twist, maybe a wiggle back and forth, and carefully pop them out. So we're going to start with the center section. Excuse me, my throat's a little something in there, so hopefully you can see how I'm doing this, but I'm going to stack all of these parts. And I'm just kind of keeping it aligned a little bit. This part is a little bit of a so hopefully you can see how these receiving notches, okay, are going to go in on there. Okay, and before we get all of them in, or actually let's go ahead and try it. We'll put this last one in, and oh, it's going to go like that. So I must admit, this eagle is one of the tougher puzzles to put together as far as the ornaments go. So I've got a receiving hole right there, and I've got a receiving hole over here. And I think it's easiest to start with the tail section. And we got the 3 tail section pieces. I'm going to start with the largest one that goes up on top. So I'm going to put it in there. I'm not going to really worry about aligning anything too awful much right yet. But that first one goes in. The second one is going to go in the center. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take that out. And let's put the small one in. Let's put the small one in, and then leave a. I'm going to open that up a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. And then I'm going to insert that middle one. So now it's just aligning. Align it and slip it in there. Making sure. So now at this point I'm pushing everything down on this top set of feathers, tail section, and we got to get that to where it's aligned, and then it'll press in. Okay, so doing that, you can see what happened to this top notch. It's all whacked out, and part of the reason why that tail section didn't go in real smoothly. So I'm gonna set that back down and try and get those aligned the best I can. Just real easily make a few adjustments here, trying to align everything. Okay, so I'm going to stick the biggest section of the wing in, and it's going to go back towards the tail. And you got to be really careful. This piece is fragile, so careful with that. So that's going to go in, and again trying to keep everything aligned. pressing things in. keeping it aligned. We could try the same deal as what we did last time. We got the rear section of wing, we got the front section of wing. If we put it in a little bit of an angle, okay, we got a gap in there that's going to allow our center section of wing to slip in. And the little thumb pressure, I'm going to push that baby right on in there. Okay. Check and make sure that your tail section's still in. Okay. At that point, you pretty much have that done. You can always pull a piece out, put a drop of glue on there, slip it back in, and it'll be there for good. It comes with a base, and these guys are going to slip in, and so that's a little bit tight. Something you might find, all my wood thicknesses are a little bit different, and sometimes these pieces get tight. If you find yourself struggling to get this puzzle together, take a block of sandpaper and thin out each individual piece, or the center section of your eagle. Sand it a little bit to make it thinner. You can sand the center section of the wings and you won't be able to see it. You can sand the center section, bottom section of the tail, and it won't be seen. So just sand a little bit, thin it out, and see if it makes the going together any easier. So again, just remember to align and a nice easy pressure. It shouldn't be a whole lot of pressure. If you're using a whole lot of pressure, having to force these pieces, I'm afraid you're going to have to sand it slightly to get it to go together. Okay, so that is how I think is the easiest way to put that eagle together. Again, I thanks you for purchasing one of my kits. You can find all of them at the Great Alaska Wood Kit on Facebook.